All right, so welcome to the trading room, day trading room. Today is March 4th, 2021. All right, so we're going to cycle through some markets and see what's cooking here. So let's go ahead and go through crude. And crude has been trending ever since the market opened this morning, really. And it's a little too late to get in it. Started to see some bearish divergence. Would have been a nice trade. Look at the 10-second chart on that. Wow. In any case, would have been a nice trade even on the 1 minute. Could have gotten in here, but too late to get in at this point. So we'll come back to it. Let's watch it for a retracement, okay? We may get that retracement, and we may get an opportunity to get back in if it retraces. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. And I only am interested in a retracement trade simply because of the fact that we have a green PTF on both the 1 and the 5 minute. But we need to have a retracement before it makes sense to take a trade there. All right, let's go over to the MES and see what's cooking here. All right, MES, let's let that one open up here. Okay, so move to the upside, sharp move, kind of a messy market. And we have a red PTF, interestingly enough, on the 5 minute time frame. So that's kind of interesting. And possibly a short trade here. So let's keep an eye on this one, all right? MES, possible short. Let's see what's cooking on some of the other financials. All right, let's go to gold first. I'm just going to go down the list. All right, so gold, red PTF again, and bullish move on the short term. So maybe if the bullishness comes out of the shorter term time frames, we can think about possibly a short trade because the target range is so good on the 5 minute for that. All right, let's go to the MNQ. Take a look at another financial here. All right, got a yellow PTF across the board here. Kind of a little, okay, moved quite a bit up already. Very similar, of course, to the MES. A little bit different structure. Hit that resistance level, coming back down. Let's come back to this. I don't see something I want to do with that yet. And this is the MYM. All right, so the MYM is showing a green PTF now on the 5 minute, 1 minute yellow and yellow. Let's come back to that. Russell, green on the 1 minute with this being the high here. So maybe a long trade on the Russell, which is kind of interesting. So that's kind of bucking the financials here, which is kind of interesting. So if we took a long trade on the Russell, and a short trade on the MES. Very interesting. Let's keep an eye on this and see what's cooking on that. All right. Let's go down to silver real quick. And silver's got a huge red PTF. Okay. So silver on the 5 minute, that is. Silver, possible short trade on that one if we start getting some negative stuff going on there. All right, so let's see what any comments out there. All right, Jeff saying I took a short a few hours ago on the MES based on the 5 minute red PTF and some negative momentum, but stopped out when the red PTF flipped to green without passing yellow and collecting 200. I hate when that happens, don't you? But it does happen, okay? Patrick, hi, how are you? Welcome. All right, so a couple ones I'm looking at here. I'm just going to thumb through. We went through everything. So there's 4 markets, personally, I'm kind of thinking about. All right, MES, short trade. That's what's in front of you right now, based primarily on the red PTF on the 5 minutes. A little messy right now, and I'm not totally convinced to go short yet, but I may be more convinced when I start to see a red owl on the 1 minute. So let's watch that, okay? Who wants to watch the MES for me? All right, Jeff, you're on. Okay, so just keep an eye on, I guess, the 1 minute time frame on this for the MES. All right, the next one is gold. And gold has also a red colored PTF on the 5. So I'm kind of thinking about the same thing on this one. Possibly a short trade when the owl on gold goes red. So if anybody wants to watch that, let me know. Okay. And then also too, the Russell. Now the Russell, we're actually looking for a long trade book based off the PTF possible on the 1 minute with a high of 22.220 roughly for a target zone. So maybe waiting for those to go green might be a good idea. Interesting that the Russell is not going in the same direction as the MES at this point. And then finally, we've got our buddy silver down here. And we're looking at a short trade once again based off the 5-minute time frame when the owl possibly gets negative on the 1 minute. So there we have it. Okay, so we got a lot of things possibly setting up, but nothing quite yet ready to take. Okay. How's everybody doing? All right, getting ready for the weekend coming up in a day or so. Here's what I do. If my primary PTF flips on me, in other words, goes from a green to a red or a red to a green, then I usually just consider getting out of the trade. Okay. If the PTF flips on the lower time frame, I don't do anything because sometimes that can flip and flip back. All right. But on the primary time frame, if it flips and that's the reason you took the trade, then I get out. So I guess the better answer for that would be on whatever you're basing your trade off of. If that PTF flips, then you probably should get out. So for example, let's say we go short here on this market. And this is silver. We got a red PTF on the 5-minute. As long as the 5-minute red PTF doesn't change, then I try to keep the trade on. Okay. Even though my primary time frame for entering is going to be the 1 minute. Okay. That's kind of how I do that. All right. Let's go ahead and flip through these things again, see if anything's changed. All right. So MES now, we've got it flipping over to the dark side, the red side. All right. So what do you think? Should we take a trade to the short side on the MES here? We got a red PTF, red owls on the short time frame and a red PTF. The only thing we're going against is a chaotic, kind of a chaotic market on the 5-minute a little bit. All right, so let me know. All right, let's go short. I'm going to go short. I'm going to base it off here. So I'm going here short, and I'm going to do 6 contracts. All right, so let's see where we are going to put our stop. I'm going to put it right at the top because we still have a 2-to-1 on that. All right, so let's see. We got a high of 38.30.75. All right, so we want to put our stop at 38.31.0. One tick above the 38.30.75. So let me enter that in for 6 contracts. And we will buy that back if it gets hit up there, okay? So there we are. All right, so let's see how we do on that one. All right, so we've got one financial met. Let's go down to the Russell, because the Russell's interesting. This we're actually looking for a long trade at some point, possible. Not the setup yet, but it'd be interesting if we take this as a long trade based off the PTF primarily on the 1 minute. Then we're kind of hedging our bets, aren't we, a little bit? All right, so let's go to silver. All right, here's silver, okay? Now, I don't want to do more than 2 contracts in silver. But here's a situation where I'm liking a short trade at this point, I think, on silver. But we have to put our stop at the top. Target is 25, what is it, 25.65 or something like that. Whatever the low is down here based on the 5 minutes. All right, so what do you think? Do it? All right. Okay, so we're short that one. And the stop at the high here. We'll go over here. And these are considered just simply scalp trades. That's all they are. So we'll put the high right above here at 26.386. All right, so let me enter that one in for 2 contracts. All right, so 2 contracts, put a buy order up there, and there we are, okay? All right, so let's move on here and see what else we got cooking. All right, so we're in silver. Now we're just going to want to go over to here. And here's our gold. And we have a possibility, same thing on here, going short. All right, so let's take a look at this one. And target on this one is pretty good as well. So what do you think? Should we try this one to the short side? 2 contracts, I think, on this one, because we're getting pretty exposed at this point. So let's do 2 contracts on this one as well. All right, so we're going to sell here. And then we'll open this one up here for the data window and stop at 1721, probably 1721. Okay, let me enter that in. Let me just check and make sure that's correct. All right, 1720.9. And then we want to go 1 over that. So that's going to make it 21. And that will be a buy order. All right, so now we got that one done. All right, so let's take a look at the Russell. And we have to wait on this one. All right, so here we are. We're off to the races and running. So we got 3 positions on. Expect the P&L to be bouncing around here. So guys, if you see anything else, let me know, okay? I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the Russell just to see if there's possibly a long position. So if we get a green PTF on the 1 minute, do we want to go long here? Well, let's see what we got here. What I would do, all right, on this one, it's actually 2 to 1 on this one, I would say. I'd put my stop under here. Let me grab my little marker. So I'd put my stop here with the target up here. So that should be okay. But good. Always got to be thinking about that. That's good. Because that's a pretty good pullback, that we had right here. So hopefully, that's the 1, 2, and we're on our 3 leg up here in terms of, counts. Yep, okay, good. Just like, and we get a green PTF also now on the 10 second, so we should get back up there. So we'll just keep an eye on it. All right, so our P&L is down about 170, almost 200. So we'll keep an eye on that, but that's kind of normal, bouncing around. It was up, it was down. All right, now it's up 17 bucks. Woohoo! Now it's up 200 bucks. See how quick that can change? All right, let's go see which one is doing it for us, okay? So it's not the MES. Must be gold or silver. All right, so gold is moving in our direction, okay? And silver as well. Not a lot though. You see how quickly those move, all right? So anyway, means nothing right now because we could still get stopped out on those. Now we're down 30 bucks. See how quickly that bounces around? All right, so we're getting a little bit of a push here on the Russell. It'll be interesting to see if we go long on the Russell and we're short on the MES, if we'll make a profit on both of them or just one of them. All right, sliding a little further down. Let me just go to the MES trade and see what that's doing. That's coming down now too. All right, so if this thing perks back up and goes above that 1B, then that means this bottom held, which is pretty good, okay? And if it doesn't hold, then I'm glad we're not in the trade. So if you're going to be trading silver or gold and the volatility and the P&L until you close the position is hard to stomach, cut back on the contracts. Okay, now we're moving back up. Okay, we just exceeded this other point, so that's good, okay? Just slow down a little bit so we can get in, right? Now, if this gets a little far away from us, I might use this as a stop. All right, there's a pyramid entry. So as soon as that owl turns green, we'll use that pyramid, I think, as a stop, okay? Everybody good with that? I'll do 2 contracts on this one. Patrick, I want to thank you for saying on yesterday's webinar, talking about the trading room. I appreciate that. I didn't thank you for that yet, so thank you for that. And Jeff, we'll have you, next time we do one of those, we'll have you come on as well. It just helps people to hear from people that are actually in the room, kind of what their thoughts are. Day trading is not for everybody, okay? Some people just will not like it. And then, of course, some people will love it. Okay, now we're getting a little downdraft. Interesting. Very close to having the owl turn green. And as soon as it does, I'm going to go long. Okay, so now we have a green, but I'm going to wait here just until I see a green price bar here, or at least, see some type of movement up. We could almost put our stop now down below here. So we could put our stop here or here because it's pulled back so much. So do you want to put it at 1 or 2? Let me know, everybody. Stop at 1 or stop at 2? Jeff says 1. Let's hope. Let's make sure the pyramid holds here. Let me just see what the 10 seconds doing. So we got a red on the 10 second now. Well, not making it easy, are they? Well, I gotta wait. Now on this situation now, I think maybe we got a red owl on the 10 second. So I think by the time that turns green, we'll probably be up above this level here again. And so we'll put our stop under the pyramid. Just depends on when we can get the green light here. Yeah, 2 would be safer, but we'll see what happens here. This is one of those kind of tough, little bit of a tough call here. I'm going to open this up for just a momento. So I really like the fact that this bottom is held during all this mess. That's a good sign for a long trade. All right, I'm going to take it, okay? All right, so I'm going to take the trade there. And so we just put the stop right under the pyramid, I guess. Let's take another vote now that we know where we got in. Where do you want the stop? All right, I'll go with the pyramid. You got it. All right, even got another pyramid, but I'm going to go with the first pyramid, okay? All right, so, we are now long here, and our stop is going to be at 2180, probably 0.7. So give me a sec. Let me get that stop in. Then we'll take a look at some of these others. See how you can get fixated on one particular market? You gotta, that's one of the things here. That's why if you have more than one monitor, you can watch stuff. Let me just double check this, okay? Okay, so this is going to be a sell order right under there, okay? So now we're protected on that one. All right, well, we're in 4 trades, so let's go ahead and cycle through and see what's cooking. All right, so here we got crude oil. All right, so Patrick, here's the one we missed, all right? The room didn't open up until right about 8 o'clock, which was here, okay? So unfortunately, and now we're stagnant a little bit. Looks like it's going to go higher, but, there's no real great, it could sell off a little bit, go down to 63. So let's watch it. Let's see if it goes into a wave 4 here and really moves down significantly, then we can probably look for maybe a long trade if those PTFs still remain. We got a red PTF on the 10 seconds, so it may be going into a wave 4 now. So let's keep an eye on that one, all right? Who wants to watch crude? Patrick, you want to watch crude oil? So what I'm kind of looking for on crude, great, okay. So on crude oil, let's just draw in some fibs here. Retracements, there we are. Give me a second, let me just open that. Yeah. All right, so let me see what I want to do here. So we opened up here. All right, so that's definitely a wave 3. There's 2 types of fibs. I'm going to draw a fib retracement just based off today's kind of trend here. So that's 1. So write down 63.45, 63.45. And then I'm going to move this and see if it's a longer term one, maybe down, and more like around here. Could be 63.06. So let's see where this thing ends up, okay? So again, we're looking at 60, what did I say it was? 63.43 and 63.06. Not too much change, okay? So let's just keep an eye on it and see if it gets down to those levels. All right, that's crude oil. MES, let's see what MES is doing. All right, so, MES stopped us out already. Okay, so we got to stop out on that one. Bummer. Okay, so let's see what we got cooking here. All right, so we got to watch this one, okay? And we still have a red PTF on the 5-minute, but I don't see a good entry place there. All right, so we're out of MES. Let's cross that out of our list here. All right, let's see how we're doing on gold. All right, so gold, we're not doing too bad, okay? Not too shabby on gold. All right, so gold is at least moving in our direction. Now, we could move our stop down to the pyramid. My problem with that is if we get any type of significant fib retracement on this first leg down, we're going to get stopped out. I kind of would rather scale out of a contract if we get a little further down here and the PTF turns yellow on the 10-second. That's kind of what maybe I'm thinking on that. We'll come back to that, okay? So that's gold. Let's go to the Russell. Well, we just did that one. So see what's going on. All right, so the Russell's working out in our favor pretty well so far. All right, so we'll see how that goes. And then let's see how silver's doing. All right, so silver is kind of channeling, okay? Pretty much not making us any money, not losing us any money at the moment. Check out this. You got 3 pyramids. Look at the channel. See how the pyramids, this is, an ideal situation. I think I'll take a screenshot of this because this, let's take a look at this one. Simply because on this one here, I'm going to take the desktop. All right, so what I like about this, why I took the screenshot, is we have 1, 2, 3 unconfirmed pyramids. So it's actually showing the bracket, the sideways channel beautifully. And even though it's kind of almost creating a pennant, notice how the pyramids get smaller and smaller based off the volatility of the highs and lows of the channel. All right, so that's kind of exactly the way it works. I will say one thing, something's going to happen with this, okay? Pretty soon, because it's not going to stay stagnant forever like that. That's a good idea, Jeff. Jeff, you're always thinking. I like that. You're always thinking. Yeah, gold's kind of, let's go back up to gold. Well, the gold's moving pretty good. Here's gold. Gold's doing okay. In fact, we have now a yellow PTF. So we could scale out if we wanted to on this one and then keep our stop here and wait until the next retracement, or just do nothing, not even move our stop right now. You know, the scalp trade, you can do that either way. Anybody want to scale out of this one based on the yellow PTF on the 10-second? Or we could use, you know, a pyramid here. It just got hit, kind of. So if you want to scale out quickly, let me know and I'll do one contract. Otherwise, we'll just let it ride. So that's really a question for Joe, Jeff, and Patrick. all four of us here. All right. A little too much of a movement now. Yep, too late. You guys gotta answer me quicker if you want to do that, okay? You gotta be on it. All right, so we're gonna have to survive the uptick here. All right, so let's go to the Russell and see how we're doing on that. Still not too bad. Okay. And let's take a look and see how our channeling silver's doing here. All right, so it looks like it got rid of one of the pyramids in here because it went above the base leg of one of them. So we may be breaking now to the upside, which is not what we want. All right, so we're up 47 bucks, 37, bouncing around. Who knows? And here is this one. Let's see what the Russell's doing. Boy, thank you for the Mr. Russell. Okay, putting us in the positive category here. Gotta love that. We'll take it, right? All right, so now we've got a pretty good movement up here. Still got quite a ways to go. But let me know if you want to scale out on anything on the 10-second. I don't mind doing that, but we only have 2 contracts. Do you want me to color the unconfirmed ones blue? Would that be better? I can certainly do that. Or any other color. No, of course. Patrick, time is what we all have plenty of, right? All right, so let's do the pyramids here. You go into here, see where it says potential. And let's go to blue. Blue, 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 blue. There's blue. Okay. So now we got that. I guess I'll do it on this one too. Indicators, pyramids, and blue. And then I'll go over here, indicators, pyramids, and blue. How's that? All right, so now if we go and look on that silver, oh, guess what? We just got a bullish pyramid, so we can't even have a chance to see our blue pyramids. They've got some nerve, right? All right, so there we are. Let's see how that goes. Boy, we're up 350 bucks. Something moved in our direction. Okay. Now we're only up 67 bucks. How quickly things change, right? See how the Russell's doing here. Russell's pulling back a little bit here. But still looking good, okay? We've got a long PTF on the 10-second, so we're going to get a pullback here at some point statistically. And we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 P pyramids in a row. So now we're getting that pullback on the Russell, okay? We got our stop set about as good as you can have it to allow this uptrend to move. And if the uptrend's over, we've got it at the right place to get stopped out. So nothing more we can do on that. Maybe the next high, I might move our stop up to that other pyramid. All right, might do that. All right, go, goodness, we love gold. All right, so now I think this is what we should do. I think we should think about a couple things here. We got a new pyramid that puts us in profitable territory. My problem is if you get any decent pull up, we're going to get stopped out. So here's what I propose. Let's keep one contract where it is now. Let's move one contract right under the most recent P pyramid. Or we could scale out on this 1B, lock in some profits at the deep profit area, and then just leave the stop where it is. So hurry up and let me know because we got to think quick on this. This is the gold market. So use the 1B for the scale out or the most recent P for the scale out. I'm not going to move the two contracts to the current P. Okay. All right. So you want one contract on the P, right? Is that what everybody wants? Okay. All right. You got it. All right. So one contract on the P. All right. So now we got to figure out the price of the P. All right. So on MGC, we got a scale out at the P, which has a high of 1715.5, so 0.6. We're going to want to be on that one. All right, so and then I have to adjust the other one. So let's go down with here. MGC, one contract, 1715.6 for one contract. So let me just make sure that's correct. All right, and so we'll buy one back there. Now, let's change the other stop. I'm going to keep the other stop up there, if that's okay with everybody, just simply because if they get a pullback here, I kind of, we haven't hit the target zone. That's the problem. All right, so 1721, we're going to have our other one up there, okay? We can move all these around. Okay, good? So that's okay. All right, so now let's go back to our silver. Let's take a look at silver and see what the heck that's doing. All right, still kind of bouncing around. Little move up, came back down. Okay, let's take a look at the Russell. Oh, you gotta love the Russell. All right, Patrick, here's our blue colored unconfirmed pyramid, okay? All right, so we got the stop here. We got a situation here. I'm almost thinking of a similar thing. Just if this one gets confirmed, let's move one up under here. How do you guys feel about that? Put one up under the pyramid, unconfirmed pyramid, if it gets confirmed. And then leave the other stop where it is. Okay, so we'll do that if that gets confirmed. So let me just, on this one, let's go ahead and just take a look at the price on that. Give me 1 second. All right, so data window. So we're looking at a stop, if that's the case, at 2194.3 on that one. All right, so we'll just have to wait and see if that gets confirmed here in a minute. Might. And then we'll keep the other stop at 2180.7. All right, so let's wait for that to happen. We'll come back. Let's see how our friend, what is it, Mr. Gold is doing. Still heading down. Gotta love that. All right, let's take a look at that MES. MES was not nice to us today. All right, well, nothing we can do. And let's take a look at silver. All right, silver's breaking down some. Good sign. All right, still hasn't broken out of the channel, but at least it's in the lower part of the channel. So we'll see how that does. All right, we're pretty, ooh, gold just took a nice nosedive. Woohoo! Gotta love that. All right, Jeff, let me know what you do on that. We'll look at it as well. Let's just quickly go up to gold here. We got another pyramid, so I'm going to move this one stopper right above that pyramid. Okay, guys? So let's just do that. That's 17, 14, 8. I think it's right about there. Now, here's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to play around with the Fib retracement for a moment. So if this ends here, this is one of the reasons. Here's my thinking, okay? If I put my stop here or here, and this goes into a major Fib retracement, then I'm going to get stopped out. All right, well, I can always get back in, I guess. But if I keep my stop here, I don't have to do anything. But if this goes down further, and then the Fib comes out under here, I could move my stop here with fairly good confidence that it'll keep me in the entire trend. But the question is, if we go into a major retracement, do we want to suffer through that or be out and then go back in? So I'll let you guys kind of ponder that over. But these are the kind of questions, you know, our target is down here. So we got a long way to go. So you don't want to move your primary stop too close. But if you want to take advantage of this dive down, then you need to move it. I personally think at this point, just let it ride and have that one there. All right, let's go back to silver. Nice. Silver's moving down here a little bit. All right, so we got 2 here. Pyramid here. Let's just let this ride a little bit. We got a red PTF on the 10-second, and we have one on the 5. Okay. All right, I think we're pretty good shape. I think we just keep everything right now. You know, we've got both gold and Russell pretty well in shape here. That pyramid that was forming, of course, did not form. Okay, instead we're seeing a little pullback, so we just keep things the way they are. All right, let's go up and see what's cooking. I want to go back to crude in a minute too. All right, so here's the MES. You're looking for a short trade. Okay. Let's see. Possibility. All right, let me go up to crude too. Crude, I got to tell you, crude is really taken off. But boy, look at that. Boom. Not done yet. Still moving up, but you're going to have a hell of a pullback. I mean, look at the 5-minute chart. I mean, this thing will pull back to 62.5 to 63 if it ended now. So that could be a possibility for us at some point. You're having bearish divergence in the 1 minute as well as the 10-second. So we may be near a top there, but so we want to keep an eye possibly on a short trade on crude. But we have to hit it right because technically we'd be counter trend trading the 5-minute. And the problem is if you don't hit it right, you get stopped out pretty quickly. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so we got a situation where let's see how I would want to play this. So Jeff is thinking about another short trade. I don't disagree with that. All right, so let's see what we got cooking. So we got a really strong PTF target zone on the 5-minute. So what do you think? If the owls go back to red on this, you want to go short on this one? That would be for 6 contracts. Try it again. Give me a yay or a nay. Jeff gives a yes. Peter, hi Peter. Peter, we're talking about the MES here. Welcome. So Patrick says yes. Okay, well then let's gear it up. Okay, we got to wait for those owls to turn over, but we'll watch this one. Yeah, everybody say thank you to the owl for keeping us out of that, right? Now, it doesn't mean we can't try again later, okay? Let's see what happens. If we get a new high like this, that's okay. That just gives us a new place to put a stop if it sells off anywhere from up here. All right, so thank you, Mr. Owl, for keeping us out. A little bit on that one. Appreciate that. We got a green PTF on there, so I guess we got to hold off on that one for a little bit. All right, so Jeff, keep watching that, okay? All right, we get some nice movement up here. I'm liking that. All right, where's our other ones? Let's see. See how silver's doing. Still not much, sideways. Look at that. All right, well, thanks for nothing, Mr. Silver. I gotta tell you though, what that means, the longer that goes sideways, when that finally moves, it's gonna move quick. All right, so let's go back to Crudy, see if we can possibly, yeah, not yet. I don't know. It's tough. You can't fight the tape on that one, that's for sure. Missed the long trade, looking for a possible wave 4 correction on the 5-minute, but you got to time that one perfect. So we got to wait on that. All right, so let me just see one quick thing on gold. All right, so it came close to our stop, might still hit it. We'll see what happens with that. So we'll lock in a little bit of profit there on the one contract. If we get hit, that's okay. And yet we're giving this stuff a lot of room to breathe. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that one. All right. Now we got 2 contracts on this one here as well. We're on our way up, which is great. Gotta love that. I think if we get another pyramid, green pyramid or something, we may want to move one stop up to that one contract up to that stop, kind of like what we did with the others. Play it by ear here. Nice to get a good push up again here. Of course, markets being the way they are, they never exactly give us what we want when we want it, right? All right, so we've got some things moving against us now. So we're coming down a little bit on this one. That's okay. If it rebounds here, it may give us a pyramid trading point. Let's see. Silver's going against us a little bit. It's in the upper end of its channel. So things are just bouncing along. Let's see how that MES is doing here. All right, so here's our MES, made a new high. So Jeff, if we get another move to the downside on the MES, what do you think? Consider a short again on that one? Not just for Jeff, everybody, I guess. But I know Jeff was interested in that, getting short. Yeah, me too. So let's see if there's some follow through for the downside before we get. I wouldn't take it yet. You got to wait a little bit on that one. Go back to Russell. All right, Russell's doing okay. All right, nothing wrong with that. All right, so we got stopped out of one contract on our stop. That's okay. All right, that was our plan. So we're probably going for a 50% retracement. So we'll see what happens with that. But you see, that's sometimes you got to make that choice whether you want to, if you make a lot of money on the swings following the pyramids and you want to take your profit there, that's fine. But, in our case here, we made some, we did all right. We didn't make a ton of money. It didn't get that extended. So I think we did the right thing. Take a little off the table, survive the correction, and you're still in the game, okay? All right, so that's that one. Go back to the Russell. Boy, moving down quick now. Look at this. Woo. Boy, we've got some big movements coming in here. See, what silver. Okay, well, this is good for us on silver. All right, that's a big deal because it looks to me, if it can break below this line down here, then it's making a commitment. And it just did, look. So that's a big deal. All right, so that's good. Red PTF over there. Okay, so we may want to, if it really trickles down hard in our favor, we may want to do the one contract scale out possibility at some point. Okay. All right, so we got some things moving against us because, look at this. This is, gold is moving for us. Wow, we're really getting some nice excitement now, right? Woo-hoo. Okay, so there we have it. All right, so what's moving against us? We got to have something significantly moving against us, and it's this. Yeah, this would come down. So this is moving against us with two contracts right now. That's why our P&L isn't higher. Well, it's up $400, $500, but it could be a lot higher if this was, going our direction. All right, so we got a big move down here. Really nice. Okay, let us know, Jeff. Jeff, let me know when you're going to pull the trigger because I'm kind of obsessed looking at some of these others that are falling out of bed here. We've got two big profitable trades here, but we're only up about $50 right now because of the Russell going against us. See, that keeps coming down. That's, baby's got to turn around soon or we're going to get stopped out of that thing. All right, we're good there. Okay, I think we're pretty good here too, guys. Of course, the markets, anything can change at any time. A fortune can turn into a loss can turn into a fortune. No joke. All right, so red PTF on the 10-second, red on the 5-minute. Okay. Let's see what the MES is doing here. All right, so that's starting to come down now. So what do you think? Should we take the short? We could go short if we get below here. You got to let me know quick what you want to do, guys. Is this what you're calling settlement? I don't know what you're calling settlement. Jeff, those are fancy words for me. I'm a simple guy. All right, so we're getting a movement up. Why don't we follow the movement up and see where it ends and see if the owls on these guys are still red after it finishes its movement up, okay? All right, 3813.5. Okay, so you're looking, all right, 3813. So you're looking down in here. Ooh, look at that big move up. Oh my God, now we got a green PTF on the 10-second and a green owl. So now we gotta wait, okay? All right, well, so be it. All right, crude keeps climbing, so I don't want to fight that trend. All right. Gold rebounding, okay. All right, so gold is rebounded. Still doing okay with that, all right. Let's check out Russell. All right, so the Russell's pretty weighted, pretty heavy, because you see, as soon as that moved up there, the others kind of went down a little bit, but this made us profitable. So it's kind of interesting. Just hang tough on that one, I think. Silver again. Silver, wow. Okay, silver came back up again. All right, so we just, here we are. All right, so I'm not going to go long on short on the MES with the PTF green, obviously, on the 10-second. So maybe see if we get another high on this or if the PTF changes on us. Boy, I'll tell you, the account value's been all over the place, hasn't it? Well, I'd say it's pretty mixed. Yeah, if you're getting mixed signals and, on that, that's not surprising because it's a lot of volatility. That's what's creating the mixed signals. I mean, kind of we're getting mixed signals too because look, 10 seconds says long, 5 minutes says short. You should go short, but we got to time this right. This is where trading becomes a little like brain surgery. You gotta time it just right. You gotta be pretty precise. Because if you're not, you're just going to get stopped out. That's the thing. And even when everything looks good, we still get stopped out sometimes, right? Nature of the business. All right, let's drop back down to gold. Okay, so boy, we got gold coming up a little bit. Still, we got our green PTF on the 10-second, so it's going to come up a little further. All right, so okay, so be it. All right, so we'll just see how it goes here. Now, if it drops down again, big time. All right, that's a pretty good move back to the upside. It looks like, I think that blue-colored unconfirmed pyramid on the 1 minute may get voided out because we have a green PTF saying we're going to get above the base leg on that. So I imagine that will go bye-bye. All right. All right, so here's silver. All right, here's my thinking on silver. Tell me what you think. All right. So nice move in our direction, right? So this looks pretty good. We got 2 contracts on this, so we could scale out one. What I'm thinking is if the PTF goes yellow at some point on the 10-second, we scale out. Okay? Possibility, right? So PTF going yellow, which would put it below 26080, which is this pyramid here. That might not be a bad place to scale out and then let the rest of it ride. So you guys think about that, okay? All right, let's take a look at this MES here. Okay, here we come. Still got that dang green PTF, so that's got to change, okay? Let's go back here to Mr. Gold here. Green PTF on Mr. Gold still. All right, so, and silver. All right, so silver's trailing off. All right, so let's open this up. We're getting close to that point where, all right, so now we got a new low. We got a yellow PTF. Do you want to take one contract off the table? Yes or no? Okay, I took one off the table. Okay, so there it is. All right, so this one here on SI, all right, so that's 26,385. 385, that should be 386. Okay, so anyway, let me just get rid of that. And let me go back to silver, one contract at 26,386. 26,386. Okay. Now that will be a buy on that. Oh, we got a red PTF back on the 10-second. All right, so that's all right. I don't mind taking one contract off there. I really don't. All right, so now we're just going to let this one ride for a while, okay? All right, let's go back up to our gold. All right, this is doing nicely here too, okay? Red PTF still, gotta love that. And let's go to our Russell. Oh my God, we're almost at our stop. Holy camole, look at that. Holy camole. Oh my gosh. That's not looking good for the home team. Oh, dang. It'd be funny if that held though, wouldn't it? Didn't. Bummer, man. We're out. All right, so Russell, we're out. Okay. Dang. All right, so listen, I think we should try it again. If this bottom holds and we get a turnaround at some point, we'll try it again, all right? All right, so we've had 2 stop outs. We're up 141 so far. So let's see what we got cooking here. Oh man, this thing's really moving. Okay, so now we got the MES. All right, I'm going short as well on this one. I'm going to use the 10-second time frame to help me a little bit on this, if in case we get a little buying. So we want to sell this baby. I'm going to put my stop above the pyramid. That should give us plenty of firepower, so to speak. All right, so I just sold 6 there, okay? And I am going to put, where'd you put your stop, Jeff? Did you put it at the pyramid? I think you can do that. MES stop at 3837.75. Okay, so 3837.75. All right, let's see how we do. $3,877.75, 6 contracts. Let me just measure twice, cut once. 3837 looks good. Put a buy order up there, and now we're protected. Okay, so our target on this, folks, is the area under here on the 5-minute. All right, so let's go back. All right. See why you need a piece of paper? Things get going here, huh? MES. All right. Stop is 3837.75. Let's take a look at Russell. We're out of, unfortunately. And look, that bottom didn't hold either. And the PTF's close to going wrong. Nothing we can do about that. All right. However, check out Mr. Silver. Not too bad. At least it's heading in our right direction. So that's a pretty good sign. So I think we could probably move our stop. I think maybe either under the pyramid or at the top here. So either here or here, 1 or 2. So on silver, where do you want to put the stop? One or 2. Okay, 1, Patrick. All right, let's put it at 1 then. All right, so that's going to be a high right there on silver at 26.306. One tick over that is 10. Okay, so there it is. Okay. Okay. All right, so that is that. And we're still going to hold that one to the short side. All right, so we're up $700 now. Woohoo! Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's go through the MES trade and see how that's doing. That's doing nicely for us. All right, so now we're up almost $900. So we kind of recoup some things here. All right, so, see what happens with this. There's no guarantees. Red PTF now on the 1-minute time frame is looking good. Great example of staying with a market. All right, so we went in, got stopped out, and this is the kind of brain surgery I'm talking about. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to catch those tops right. That's a difficult part. So, hopefully we caught it correctly. One thing I'll tell you, trade long enough, you learn not to count your chickens before they hatch, right? So, I've seen things where I've been in a situation like this, and all of a sudden the market rallies and I get stopped out, and I'm sitting there going, what the hell happened, right? So, markets can do that. So all we can do is go with what makes sense from a probable standpoint. So we stay with this. Looks good. All right, so now we're only up $142, $70. See, it's bouncing around, up from 800, only up to 155. That's how fast things move on these contracts where they're big tick sizes or we're loaded up. All right, so let's cruise around here. All right, interesting. Okay, so here is crude oil, nothing but moving up, okay? Unfortunately, by the time the room opened, it was already moved up. Very difficult to get a target zone on that. All right, MES, well, we just were at that one. Gold, and we're at this one here. So I think we should move the stop on gold because now we're getting a yellow PTF based on the fact that looks like we got down there. Check that out. How did we miss that? We have a red PTF again, so technically we can take profits. I'm going to open this one up. We have a red PTF on the 10-second. So if this makes another low, then I'm going to get out on the next bullish price bar. Okay, everybody? And I think what I'm going to do for the sake of doing is I'm going to move this one down here in case we get caught blindsided. We got an inside price bar now, so let's open this up. Okay, on this. So let's see if this price bar remains inside. If it does, then we're going to move our stop down to the top of that inside price bar. Okay. We no longer have a red PTF on the 5-minute. At least we didn't before. Let's just go back and quickly check that. See, it's yellow over here now. All right, and we don't have one on the 10-second. So we definitely don't want to get caught short-sided here. So we want to keep our stop there, and let's see what happens with this. We may not be getting out at the perfect time, but it is our rules. Okay, we're out. All right, so I got out at the inside of that price bar, so we're out of that trade. Nice trade, everybody. Okay, nice trade. All right, so now we're out of gold. Let's go down to our buddy on silver. All right, so now we've got silver. Let's see what we got cooking here. Okay, so silver is looking pretty good. Now, if this pyramid gets hit, I'm inclined to move my stop there. Getting awful close to that PTF anyway. So I think I'm going to move my stop down to that pyramid if it gets confirmed. The one that's blue. All right, we're up $1,000 now. So something's going on our way, right? Let's take a look. That must be Mr. MES. Yes. Okay, so now, here's what I want to do. Jeff, watch this for me. If that PTF turns yellow, I'm going to scale out of 2 contracts, okay? Because we're going to get a rebound off this, I would say. All right, so let me know, okay? In the meantime, what do I want to do? I want to go back to silver and see if that pyramid gets hit. Can anybody watch silver for me too? I just don't want to miss these. So if that pyramid turns, where's Patrick? Patrick, watch silver for me, okay? If that pyramid turns green, let me know, okay? On the 1 minute. Excellent, thank you. All right, so let's go back to our friend, Mr. MES. All right, so now we have a yellow. All right, so I'm going to bail out of 2 contracts, okay? I'm going to buy back 2 contracts. If we get, I'm going to trail them on the price bar here. So I'm just going to open this up. So we're short this, so this is going to be a buyback. Got to make sure we hit the right button, okay? All right, so let's so if we go above this little price bar here, I'm going to get out and I'm just going to trail this stuff. Okay, so let me just see here. I've got my fingers on the switch. All right, so if we go above there, I'm going to buy it back. Thank you, Jeff. Good. All right, so it's still heading down. So what we're going to do is trail those. We're going to have our buy ready above each price bar. So if it trails down a little further, we'll move it down a little bit more, that line. But I definitely want to get out if it goes above the line too. Just 2 contracts. All right. So now we got it there. All right, so now we're going to head out. Okay, we're going to take 2 off the table here. All right, so now we got 2 off there. All right, so we want to change that 6 to a 4. And we want to make sure we got 3, 8, 3, 7, and that'll be a buyback on 4 for there. Okay, so that was good. All right, so now we can leave that alone because it hasn't hit its 5-minute target zone. But heck, we lock in a little profit, right? All right, let's go back to silver. All right, close. Boy, check that out. Patrick, check that out. Jeff, thank you. Good job on that, by the way. All right, Patrick, let's see. I'd love to move our stop down there. You see when you have more contracts how much more creative you can be in scaling out and adjusting things. The less contracts you have, the less finesse you can do in the trade. All right, there it is. Woohoo! All right, so now we're going to move this baby down here. Show data box. So let's take, that's a 45. So this is 45. All right, so 50. Okay, so our stop on silver now is 26.50. All right, so there we have it. That's a profitable trade. So that'll close us out. Worst case scenario, I think we're going to have a profitable day. Maybe. I guess we got to watch that E-mini trade still a little bit. So we had 2 stop outs today. Check this out, and we're still up $1,300. That's not too bad. Just goes to show you there's life after death, right? All right, so here we go. All right, so here is crude oil. Crude oil might be finally starting to break a little bit. All right, we've got a red PTF there. So we may be going into a wave 4 at some point here. Okay, just saying, all right? Again, you're fighting a really strong uptrend. That makes me always a little nervous. All right, so here is our 4 contracts. All right. Now, if this pulls up to like 38.20 and then rolls back over, then the next time it makes a new low, then I'll move my stop to that particular support level, okay? But for right now, just let it ride. All right, I think we're in pretty good shape, don't you guys? Oh, dang, look at this. PTF turned red again on gold. Anyway, I don't know. I'm happy, though, that our target was reached on that. So that was our goal. We may want to take another short on this after it rebounds, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we're getting a rebound big time in MES. All right, so nice to take a little profit down here, right? and market gives you a gift. I always try to do that, but I always try to also keep an idea of, you know, what my goal is for the trade. Okay. So I'm going to stay short on this. Jeff totally got out. Okay. So he's gone. So, and our target is based on the 5-minute PTF. So big move up right now. We'll see what happens with this. So if this thing stalls out, let's say it goes up to, you know, something like here and then rolls back over, then we'll move our stop down to here, and then we'll get aggressive again on scaling out, 2 more on the next low. And then we'll let the remaining 2 ride all the way to the PTF target zone. And that's, you know, ideally what I want to do. Markets don't always let me do what I ideally want to. Still got a green BTF down here, sitting down here on the Russell. Check that out. Interesting, huh? So in other words, that could be a possible long trade at some point again. So let's keep an eye on that one. All right, let's see what silver's doing. All right, same old, same old. All right, moving down a little further. All right, so the next thing we got to be careful about on this one is we want to pay attention to our PTF target zone in the 5-minute for silver. So if it reaches there, you know, we're not caught sleeping. All right, let's see. What's the other one? MES. Let's see how that's doing. All right, so we'll see. Maybe starting to move down a little bit again. Who knows? All right, so the open positions and close, we're up about $1,000 right now. Yeah, that one worked out good, didn't it? Patrick's saying nice timing on that. Yep, that worked out good. But you know what? We haven't closed out of the trade yet. So we'll see how we do on this one. A little more selling coming in. Don't know yet. Anything could happen. We've also had a ton of red owls in a row in the 1 minute. So this could be 3 A, B, C. And then boom. Or 3 could be still underway, which is what I'm hoping. Okay, so this would be a minor 3, minor 4, 5, in 3, and then scale out 2 down here, and then either keep the stop where it is or lower it. Not sure what yet. Oh my God, we're up $2,000. Woohoo! Let me go back and check silver here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, gotta love that. Holy camoly. All right, so let's take a look here. Oh man, we're very close to our target. We may get a continuation on that, but that's amazing. Okay, very interesting. Red PTF now on everything. All right, so who wants to move the stop up to the current pyramid here on silver? Keep it where it is, move it down. What do you think? Got one yes. Peter, what do you think? Patrick says move it. All right, we'll move it. Okay. Let me just make sure that's the right area. Yep. All right. So Patrick, do me a favor on silver. Just watch the PTF on the 5-minute for me. Okay. We'll either get stopped out or we will take another dive down. It'll be interesting to see if the PTF stays red or turns yellow. All right, let's go back up to the MES and see if that has done anything. All right, so that did make one more low. Okay, so we got one more low here. Let me just see how that affects everything. All right, we're still decent. All right, so we got a red. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. When the PTF on the 10-second turns yellow again, I'm going to take 2 more contracts off. Or if it changes to green, I'm going to take 2 contracts off. So no matter what this baby does here, that's what we're going to do. And then we'll probably, I think since this is a scale out, what I'll do is, all right, so now we got a yellow. All right, so now I need to, oh shoot, let me go back here. Okay, so now I got this. Let's play the inside price bar. We want to buy back 2 at this point. Okay, so I bought back 2 when that turned yellow and got above that price bar. Okay, so now what we want to do with that is now we got 2 contracts left. So now I think what I'm going to do on this is move my stop up here. And let me just see what I got here. Gotta think about this for a minute. So that's going to be a high now of 3810.75, which puts us slightly above our entry level, which would result in a little bit of a loss there. Which is I'm not necessarily opposed to, but if we get any type of pullback, we will get stopped out possibly. All right, so that's the only thing I'm concerned about. So what do you think, guys? Should we put our stop here now on this one, or leave it back up here? So 1 or 2? Where do you want to put the stop? We'll vote on this one. 2? All right, 2 it is. All right, you know, the account's up $2,500. Not too bad. All right, so pretty cool. All right, so let me erase that for a minute, though, and take a look here. MES 2, so we're looking at, just want to make sure I get the numbers right. 8 through, okay. So let me put a new stop in for 2 at 38.1075. 38.10.75, and that's a buyback of 2. Okay, so there we are. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, now, Jeff, do me a favor. Let me know when the PTF on the 5-minute, if that goes yellow, okay? Because we're knocking on the door, so to speak, okay? Let me just see something here. That's close as hell, isn't it? All right, so there's the line for that one. Close, okay? Thank you. All right, hopefully we'll make it down there. All right, let's go back here. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Holy camole, this is silver. All right, so we've got a pyramid at the current stop. We've got a red PTF. You know, we hit our target zone. Look, on silver. Check this out. Here was the PTF. Gotta love that PTF, right? Here's the PTF, and we hit it. But it's still red. So I guess we'll just keep it short at this time and hope we don't get a large rebound. But with a red 10-second and a red 1 minute, I'm not worried about a big rebound here. Famous last words. Let me just cycle through a couple of these others. Yeah, Russell, boy, Russell still got, the Russell still has a green PTF, even though it's made, it's come down so much. Wow. All right, so that's interesting. All right, here's our silver. Let's take a look at the MES. Okay, so the MES is kind of a little interesting here. I could see a rebound on this. It's either going to take a dive or it's going to rebound and stop us out. There won't be any in between on that one. All right, so let's see here what we got. Silver's still moving down. Jeez, look at that. All right, so now it'd be interesting to see if the PTF turns yellow on the 10-second, and it did. Wow. Okay, we're up $30,000 right now. Yeah, it's just trucking on down. And we hit that one pretty good. All right, so now we only got one contract. See, I wish I had more contracts because I could scale out when the 10-second turned yellow. And technically, we've reached our target zone. So, you know, if you wanted to take it off the table, call it a $3,000 day, you could. We have a red PTF on the 5-minute. Here's my problem. Look at the 5-minute. If we have a rebound, Fib retracement on this, we're going up to 25, to 26. That's right where we have our stop. So I'd be concerned that we'd get stopped out on a wave 5 rebound, okay? So I'm kind of like, I'm thinking maybe take profits on the 1 minute, like what it's doing now, and maybe playing in the inside price bar. So I think that's what we should do, okay? Knowing the markets kind of like we do. So let's move this down here after this price bar ends on this. So, all right, we're out. All right, so I got out at the 1B on a yellow, okay, and not so bad, okay. So that locked in some profit on that one, and I'm pretty happy with that because technically it reached our target zone. All right, so now we got a situation where we got a yellow PTF, check this out, on the 5 minutes. So we reached our target zone, right? So let's go up here and trail our stop now down quite a bit because we want to not give it back with the yellow PTF. So I'm gonna be very aggressive on this, and let's just see what we do on this. We hit our target zone. That's been done. Got a red PTF on the 10 seconds, so we're still heading down. That's okay. So what we want to do is start putting our stop. I'm going to move this up a little bit here. So we'll keep an eye on things here a little bit. Oh, even pyramid there. That's kind of nice. See, it could get voided though. It's not a confirmed one. All right, so the only reason why I'm not moving my stop too close at this time is simply because I'm trying to get an idea of the red PTF on the 10 second. So when that thing turns yellow or green, if it turns green, I'm getting out. If it turns yellow, then I will start moving my stop down on each price bar because we've already hit our target. All right. I think we just made another low. Now it's yellow. So now I'm going to be more aggressive. All right. So I'm just going to move that there. I'm going to open this up. And it may turn red again. All right. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to open this up. All right. Lower that again. So now I'm just going to trail the stop down each price bar. Target's been reached. We have no more red PTFs, at least I don't think so, on the 10 second. See, that's still gone. So I'm going to be very aggressive in how I manage this trade. Okay, now we're out. All right, so not a bad day, guys. $3,037.50. Right at the 10 o'clock mark. Woohoo! All right, not bad. Good day. All right, any questions? That was a great one. let's just scroll through a couple things here. Take a look and see what we got cooking. All right, so here's crude oil. All right, again, after a massive move up, by the time the room opened, it was just too gone already. And possibly a short trade at some point, we'll see. All right, MES just got out of that one. So we're out. And we have gold here. All right, still going down a little bit, but we did hit our target and it did turn yellow, so that's why we got out. MNQ, we did not trade today because we were in the MES. MYM, we did not trade for the same reason. All right, the Russell, we did trade as well and got stopped out on that. So, all right, so, and silver, of course, was a great trade today. All right, so we had 2 winners, I think, and 2 losers. Is that right? Okay. So we ended up to the upside, $3,037.50. Not too bad. Thanks to those big winners, right? That's kind of ideally the way you want it to go. The more contracts you have, the more flexibility it gives you to scale out, you know, at certain points, which makes it kind of good. All right, so yeah, good day today. Yeah, thank you. Everybody, great teamwork. Woohoo! Okay, great teamwork. All right, so Patrick, Peter, Jeff, thank you for being here, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday, okay? All right, see ya. All right, great. Great job, everybody. All right, bye-bye.
Serving traders worldwide since 1998, TradersCoach.com provides educational services for traders and investors. We've developed trading software to help traders of every level improve their skills. Our site is dedicated to providing you with all the resources, software, and educational material you need to achieve your trading goals. It's because of our years of experience, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service that we're the right choice. Call us today.